Hello friends, today we will study electrostatic, the basic first chapter of class 12 physics. So this is the overview of the chapter. We will go through 10 topics and the first topic is here electric. So now what is electric field? Electric field is a region of space around a charge or a system of charges within which other charged particles experience electrostatic forces. So theoretically, electric field extends up to infinity, but practically it is limited to a certain distance. Electric field strength or electric field intensity or electric field. So what is that? Electric field strength at a point in an electric field is the electrostatic force per unit positive charge acting on a vanishingly small positive test charge placed at that point. So here you can see a plus q charge resides here and there is another test charge that is plus 0. Now you can see a force acting far away from plus q charge. That means the test charge is repelled by the plus q charge. And as we know, same charges repel to each other. Here you can see the example as this plus q0 charge is the test charge. This is repelled by plus q charge. And here another example of opposite charges attract. So here you can see a minus q charge resides there and a plus q0 test charge is away from the minus q charge. And you can see the direction of force between these two charges. Here you can see plus q0 charge will be attracted towards minus q charge. So here q is the source charge, q0 is the test charge, f is the force and capital E is the field. So what is field? So here capital E vector, that is limit delta q tends to 0 force vector by delta q. There are another explanation of electric field, that is E vector equal force vector by the test charge. So this is the formula of electric field, that is electric field vector equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square r cap. So what is r cap? R cap is the direction of field vector. So here you can see the test charge is considered to be vanishingly small because its presence should not alter the configuration of the charges and thus the electric field which is intended to be measured. So here student, you can take a note. First of all, since q0 is taken positive, the direction of electric field is along the direction of electrostatic force. And the second point, electrostatic force on a negatively charged particle will be opposite to the direction of electric field. Number 3 point, electric field is a vector quantity. Direction are uniquely determined at every point in the field. Number 4, SI unit of electric field is Newton per Coulomb. And now, what is electric field due to a point charge? So here you can see 3D space. You can see XYZ coordinate is here and plus Q charge. this is the source charge, is at the origin. Now at P point, this is resides at XYZ point, and plus Q0, that is the test charge, is on the point P. And you can see if the distance between these two charges Q and Q0 is R, so this is the position vector. Actually R is the position vector of Q0. Then you can see from the figure Q0 charge will be from source charge, that is Q, and the force F vector directs outwards. Now you can see the force exerted on Q0 by Q is F vector, that is, the Coulomb force, that is electrostatic force, is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by R square R cap. So what is R cap? R cap is the direction of the force vector, and this can be written also as F equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by R cube. So what is the electric field strength? That is E vector equal F by Q0. So if we replace the test charge Q0 as unity, that is 1 Coulomb charge, then E vector and F vector should be equal. And as well as from the previous note, you can see as the F is written in the second form, the E vector can also be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R cube R vector. And you can also write E vector as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square R cap. You can see a second figure, that is distribution of electric field versus R square. So how electric field behaves with respect to squared distance. So that is, you can see a rectangular hyperbola. That means if we go a distance, then field diminishes. But also the field resides, but in a very far distance, electric field will diminish. So the electric field due to a point charge has spherical symmetry. And if Q greater 0, that means if the charge is positive, then the electric field is radially outwards. If the charge is negative, then the electric field is radially inward. So now electric field in terms of coordinates is given by E vector equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2 and ix plus jy plus kz. So this is a three-dimensional representation of electric field for a spherical symmetry. Now, what is superposition principle? The electrostatic force experienced by a charge due to other charges is the vector sum of electrostatic forces due to these other charges, as if they are existing individually. So here there is a diagram of this. If plus Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3 plus Q4 minus Q5, these charges are resides on some space, and you can see the forces acting each other. So the first of all, you can see that there is a F12 force, F13 force, F15 force, and F14 force. So what signifies this first and second nomenclatures? So what does it mean, F12? That means the force by Q1 charges on Q2 charges, that is defined as F12. So 1 signifies by and 2 signifies on which charge it exerts the force. And in the second figure, you can see what's the configuration of the all forces and force that you can see in the figure. So here F1 is the resultant force and all others are the components of these forces. So here F1 is equal to F12 vector plus F13 vector plus F14 vector plus F15 vector. So here Fa vector, that's equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation over b equal 1 to n qa qb Ra minus Rb by mod of Ra minus Rb whole cube. So this is the vector sum representation of a force vector of cumulative charges. In the present example, if A equal 1 and B equal 2 to 5, then the above representation determines the force exerted by particle 1 to all other charges. If the force is to be found on the second charge, then A equal to 1 and 3 to 5 as goes on. Now the note. The interactions must be on the charge which is to be studied due to other charges. The charge on which the influence due to other charges is to be found is assumed to be floating charge and others are rigidly fixed. For example, fast charge floating is repelled away by Q2 and Q4 and attracted towards Q3 and Q5. The interactions between the other charges must be ignored. That is F23, F24, F25, F34 and so on are ignored. Superposition principle holds good for electric field also. Now our next topic, what is electric lines of force? So here is the definition of it. An electric line of force is an imaginary straight or curved path along which a unit positive charge is supposed to move when free to do so in an electric field. So electric lines of force do not physically exist, they represent real situations. So here you can see this is the diagram of electric lines of force. This must be of two types, is given in the figure. So this is the electric field vector directions. Now electric lines of force due to a point charge. So here you can see if a positive charge is placed on some space, then this could be the diagram of electric line of forces. And if there is a negatively charged particle is placed on space, then this could be the line of force. And here I mention two type of electric line of force diagram. The first one is a representation of electric field in terms of field vectors. Here the size of the arrow represents the strength of the electric field. So how much strength in the electric field, that will be shown here. And in the second figure, representation of electric field in terms of field lines. And the second one is the easy of drawing. You can draw this in your exams. For the second one, the lower these two diagrams. Now electric lines of force due to a pair of equal and unlike charges, that is dipole. So what is dipole? Here is, you can see two charges, minus q charge and plus q charge. If they are separated by a distance, then the field lines will be like that nature. So you can see the electric field vector direction in the figure, and we can see also there is a spherical symmetry also there. So electric lines of force contract lengthwise to represent attraction between the unlike charges. Electric lines of force due to a pair of equal and like charges. So now see, if there are two positive charges, then what would be the shape of electric line of force? So here n signifies the neutral point where we have not get any electric line of force or an electric field vector or any magnitude of electric field also. So here electric lines of force exerts lateral pressure to represent repulsion between two like charges. Okay. Now electric lines of force due to a uniform field. So here you can see there are two plates. The first plate is charged positive and the second plate is charged negative. And as of the nature of electric field that starts from a plus charge and ends to a minus charge. So this is representation of a uniform electric field. So what are the properties of electric line of force or field lines? So we can note down the first point. The electric lines of force are imaginary lines. The second one, a unit charge placed in the electric field tends to follow a path along the field line if it is free to do so. Number 3, the electric lines of force emanates from a positive charge and terminates on a negatively charged, as I told previously. Number 4, the tangent to an electric field line at any point gives the direction of the electric field at that point. Number 5, two electric lines of force can never cross each other. That means they can never intersect each other. If they do, then at the point of intersection there will be two tangents. That means there are two values of electric field at that point, which is not possible. Further, electric field being a vector quantity, there can be only one resultant field at the given point, represented by one tangent at the given point for the given line of force. So you can see the example, two lines never intersect. So this is not possible. Number 6, electric lines of force are closure where the electric field is stronger and the lines spread out where the electric field is weaker. So this one is the example if capital Q charge is small q charge. Number 7, electric lines of force are perpendicular to the surface of a positively or negatively charged body. So you can see the example. Here number 8, electric lines of force contract lengthwise to represent attraction between two unlike charges. Number 9, electric lateral pressure to represent repulsion between two like charges. Number 10, the number of lines per unit cross-sectional area perpendicular to the field lines is directly proportional to the magnitude of the intensity of electric field in that region. So here delta n by delta alpha is proportional to capital E vector. Number 11, electric lines of force do not pass conductor, hence the interior of the conductor is free from the influence of the electric field. This is very important point. If there is a solid or hollow conductor in between two differently polarized charges, then in between the solid or hollow conductor there would be no field lines. So this is called electrostatic shielding. Point number 12, electric lines of force can pass through an insulator. So now what is electric dipole? Electric dipole is a pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a very small distance. The electric field produced by a dipole is known as dipole field. Electric dipole moment is a vector quantity used to measure the strength of an electric dipole. So here, if there is a minus q and plus q charges separated by a distance 2L, then P vector is the dipole moment that starts from minus q and ends on plus q charge. So here you can see, students, electric field vector, that is E vector, directs from plus q to minus q, and here the electric dipole moment vector directs from minus q to plus q charge. and dipole moment P vector is equal to Q into 2L I cap. So here I cap is the direction of P vector. So what's the magnitude of dipole moment? That is magnitude of charge, that is Q into the distance between these two charges. The magnitude of electric dipole moment is the product of magnitude of either charge and the distance between the two charges. The direction to positive charge. The SI unit of P is Coulomb meter. Now note here, an ideal dipole is the dipole in which the charge becomes larger and the separation becomes smaller and smaller. So today this is the end of my class, and people please subscribe my channel and please press the like button. Thank you.